That would be. I like that idea. You know, a lot needs to happen. It's not just Haiti. um, you know, the American government is a huge part of the problem of the agricultural industry in Haiti. You know, that they subsidize food in the U.S. and there's overproduction. There's surplus of rice and flour and they have excesses and it gets dumped in Haiti, and that kills the agriculture in Haiti, and it drops the prices, and so it's a foreign policy issue as well. It's not just a domestic issue. Um, the topsoil in Haiti is very poor. I would love to see lots of focus on recreating agriculture in Haiti and bringing in specialists to train farmers, and because right now the farming, for the most part, the agriculture is all small merchants, you know, small farmers and small merchants, and you see driving through the countryside just little booths with selling food and selling vegetables and fruit. There's really not the capacity right now for a large industry. There are a lot of great ideas out there, and there's a lot of potential, and there's a lot of initiative coming from a lot of different people, and there's a lot of innovative and forward-thinking Haitians that want to see their country go in a better direction. The problem is that there is a national mentality of mistrust in institutions and in the government. So it's tricky. I mean, you can cook up all kinds of utopian ideas about creating new cities that are all solar powered and eco-friendly, agricultural, everything that would be beneficial to the environment and to the economy. It's hard to get people behind an idea of to mobilize people for a common effort, like we are going to rebuild this city, or because people don't trust,
Right.
and they have a very good reason not to trust, because they've had government after government promising roads, promising schools. There is no free education for kids in Haiti. There is no poor families have to pay for their children to go to school. We don't have that. You know, the government has repeatedly made promises to the people and not shown results. So, and some people are very much believe in the potential of foreign governments. I was riding in a car yesterday with a Haitian guy, and he was like, "Oh, you're American. We love America. Americans are so wonderful. They do what they say they're going to do. If they say we'll build you a road, they'll build us a road, and America's gonna help us get, you know." And I was like, "What, don't you think it's about Haitians having to figure out how to put this forward?" I mean, I'm like, yes, I'm American and I'm here because I want to see this country develop in a positive way, but I don't believe that it's in my hands or in the hands of my government, you know, to do so." And he just said over and over, like, Americans know how it should be done, and Haitians don't, and that's why you guys need to be here and be doing this for us. So unfortunately, that's not an uncommon idea, and but not a very useful one for people to be having confidence in their own abilities to change their situation. I do. I think there would have to be a lot of quick wins, though. They would have to see some immediate results immediately. And one of the things that we're talking about right now, I was in a meeting today with a bunch of NGOs, and the focal point for accountability. So mean that we want to be accountable to the community. It's widely known that aid organizations are getting a lot of money for development, and people want to know where this is going to, and we want to be sure that we're practicing good stewardship in the way we're delivering aid, and that we're involving the population in order to make decisions for how our programs are going to proceed. So we're trying to be more participatory now that we can step back and be a little bit more tactful in our approach instead of just swooping in and giving aid, you know. So I think that if they were involved in the planning and involved in and they saw immediate benefits for themselves and for their community, and if they were like immediately able to see results in their own lives, like be able to put their kids back in school and be able to pay for that and be able to pay for their children's uniforms, and then they would get behind something and believe in it. But it's hard to get them to work towards an abstract, down the road goal for betterment of their country, because they don't have a lot of faith in that. Of course, we're talking about long-term goals, and we're in these NGO meetings that are coordinated by the UN. We have these cluster meetings, and as I said, they're on different sectors, and the people in the meetings are representing the NGOs, and the meetings are always in French because most of the people in the meetings are Haitian, and we're still talking a lot about immediate needs. So we're still in the emergency phase, unfortunately, and nobody's talking about reconstruction right now because we're still having aftershocks. Last Monday was a 4.5, and everybody ran out of the office screaming, and it's just still, people aren't ready, but it's going to be a really long road. It's going to be a really long road, and of course we're talking about the future, but it's one step at a time. And when you still have people coming to your doorstep saying, "I need a tarp, I need food to feed my baby," you know, it's still the needs that we're filling. And if you look at the way people were living before, a lot of Haitians were accustomed to living with very poor shelter to begin with.
Right.
You know, there is a family that lives on the corner of the street where I turn every day to come home, and before the earthquake they were living there, and after the earthquake they're living there, but this time they have USA tarps.